Yeah, so basically the bottom line is don't fall into the hype.
Sugar, how you get so fly?
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Well, we're back here in lockdown up in the Great White North, so you know what that means? We're back making YouTube videos with a passion. Alright, so kicking things off with the first question. It's from a female client, but it applies to men and women equally, and it's about ephedrine. So her question is, she's basically trying to lose weight fast. I've heard some good things from people about losing weight fast on it, but I'm not sure if it is dangerous. What are your thoughts? Okay, so right at the bat, my thoughts are no, it is not a good idea. Quick refresher, just let's make sure everyone's on the same page here about what ephedrine really is. So ephedrine is a central nervous system stimulant. What that means is it basically has a similar mechanism of action as like epinephrine or adrenaline when you get the fight or flight response, kind of like caffeine. It acts similarly. So that's basically what it is, and it came out in about the 1980s. It was really marketed by pharmaceutical companies and supplement companies as a weight loss supplement, and it kind of fell out of favor in about the early 2000s when the FDA banned it in the USA due to side effects, and recently there's been a bit of a resurgence of it, so people are getting it either in different countries or they're getting a different version of it that's not technically banned by the FDA and still having similar effects. So here's why it's not such a great idea to use it. Alright, so first of all, it's not going to be giving some kind of lecture about the negative health side effects. I'm assuming that you already realize there's some side effects, and we'll get into that later, but the main reason that I would recommend not using is because it's simply not very effective. So I'm guessing by this point you've Googled it or you've done some kind of research, read a Wikipedia page or read a Healthline page, maybe read the abstract or conclusion of a study or two, and what you've probably read is that it is effective in increasing the basal metabolic rate. So in other words, it makes you burn more calories. And while this is technically a true statement, what it fails to mention is the context. To be specific, to what extent does it actually increase the amount of calories you burn? And when you look at the studies, it turns out that yes, it does burn more calories, it makes your body burn more calories, but barely any more. Shannon et al., this is like one of the big ones, has 13 citations, which is a good amount in the scientific realm. 13 is like, puts it in over the top 20% of studies in terms of citations, so it's pretty well-renowned study. And basically, they studied ephedrine, and they, like the Wikipedia page and all the other things, it says that it was effective when combined with caffeine at increased amount of calories somebody burned. But how much? It found it increased the basal metabolic rate by 3.6% on average. Okay, so let's quantify that so you can actually picture how big of a difference that is. 3.6%. So say you're an average weight girl trying to lose weight at a regular weight or rate of weight loss at about 1 pound per week. So you're eating about 2,000 calories to maintain. You want to cut regular rate about 1,500 calories per day, so you lose 1 pound per week. So 1,500 calories per day is what you'd be eating, and then you're going to times that by the percent, so 0.036%, so 54 calories. So if you take ephedrine and caffeine 3 times per day, you burn 54 more calories. Okay, so how much is 54 more calories? One of those little Rice Krispie squares is about 100 calories. So if you can eat 50 more calories, basically you can eat half of a Rice Krispie square more per day if you're taking ephedrine caffeine 3 times per day. Great, so that's not that big a difference. I mean, think of all the other ways you could burn 50 calories that don't have any negative side effects. For example, you could go for a 15-minute walk and burn 50 calories. So technically these statements are true in a sense. They do increase the amount of calories that you burn, but big whoop, it's a whopping extra 50 calories, an extra 3.6%. And so really at the end of the day, it's not where you're going to be getting the best return on your investment. If there is a pyramid of things that you need to focus on in order to lose weight, or a pyramid of fitness, the very bottom, the biggest chunk would be diet. That's the most important thing, where you should be focusing almost all of your energy. And on top of that block might be training, your workout routine. You want to be doing cardio to burn lots of calories. That is going to in turn make you lose weight, and in turn make you lose fat. Hopefully most of the weight is fat. And then on top of the diet and the exercise, the training, on top of that might be lifestyle things. So things like walking to work instead of biking, things that you can do in your everyday routine to just burn a little bit more calories inadvertently. And then on top of that might be extra things like supplements, that little 3.6% difference, ephedrine, caffeine, things like that. Are the very, very pinnacle, the top, the tip. They barely have any effect whatsoever on the overall pyramid. The majority needs to be diet, training, and then regular everyday activities that you can change. And this kind of relates to the overarching theme or principle of this question, and it's the one I really want to hammer on today. So it's focusing on the wrong things. So I find this is really common when people who are newer to fitness, they tend to get sucked in by these appealing, catchy marketing strategies, basically promising fast results by using their product. But the truth of the matter is, these products don't really have much of a difference. Making sure that you're eating less calories than you burn is the hands down the most important thing for fat loss. If you're eating more than you're burning or the same, you will not lose weight and you will not lose fat. You need to be eating less. So diet is the most important thing. Tracking your calories. There's a saying in business: what gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed gets improved. So if you're not measuring what you're putting into your body, then you have no way of knowing whether you're making progress and consistently eating less calories day to day so that you can lose fat. If you're not measuring what you're eating and you're trying to lose weight, it's basically like you're playing darts in the dark. You're just throwing at the dartboard and you have no idea whether you're getting any closer to the bullseye or not. So the first thing you guys need to do is not worry so much about supplements and ephedrine and all this hype. You gotta focus on diet and measuring everything you put in your body, making sure that you're losing weight. Yeah, so basically the bottom line is don't fall into the hype. If you want to use ephedrine and you already have, your diet is in check, your training is in check, your lifestyle factors are in check, you're already set, you're already losing weight, and you're like, how can I do an extra 3%? I'm not sure why you'd want to do that, but that's the point where you would consider utilizing all these kind of extra fat loss supplements and things like that. But it should only be a second or third thought after you have everything else in check consistently. And the point of calling out newbies there wasn't to be condescending in any way, because I was that person. I was a kid, high school, got into fitness so I could get better at football. And first year that I was into fitness, that Christmas, I took my entire Christmas money, went to GNC and spent all of it. Every single last dollar I bought protein, creatine, BCAAs, pre-workout, fat loss pills, like everything, testosterone, everything you could imagine. I just went all out, and I thought I was gonna look like Arnold Schwarzenegger after 2 months, and I basically looked the exact same after 2 months. So learn from my mistake. That money could have been so much better spent on other things, like a solid gym membership or a personal trainer who was really experienced and could actually tell me the things that I'm trying to communicate out to you guys. And I'm sure if you guys have been in the fitness scene for a while, that you probably fell for it too. So let's do our part and help save these newbies from falling into the hype. So if you have a question about health, fitness, diet, training, exercise, any of that, drop your question in the comment section below. If you're looking for a personal trainer, you can check out the contact me page on my website. If I have a free spot, I'd love to train you. And if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and join the fitness family. We're blowing up together. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.